Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to make a quick video today about my purchase. I DCA'd into Sei. I bought some more. Right now, we are right about to hit the halving. We're months away from the halving, and we're expecting things to skyrocket once that happens. Grayscale selling off their Bitcoin. They're starting to slow down with that, and I think the price of Bitcoin is slowly going to take off, especially after the Bitcoin halving. And what's going to happen after that? The altcoins will definitely rise. And normally, the ones that take off for the next bull cycle are the ones that people aren't really talking about. Say has a buzz, yes, but there are other L1s that people are really talking about. And I think that Say, for some reason, goes under the radar from time to time. And these are the ones that people least expect. People aren't FOMOing in. These are the ones that I believe will take off come the next bull cycle. So let's take a look at Say and see what's going on with it and why I DCA'd into Say instead of others that I normally talk about on this channel like Solana, Ethereum, Cardano, and the others. But I want to build a bigger bag of Say because I think I can get a bigger return on my Say bag, especially come August. And we know why I talked about I want to sell a majority or half of it before August 2024, just because there's going to be a inflation as far as a token release would say. But right now, I think is a good opportunity. And let's take a look and say and see what they got going on currently. So if we look at coin market cap, we see that it currently sits at 46.70 cents. For the past 7 days, almost up 10%. And 24-hour, about 1.3%. And if we look at the 24-hour volumes, about $500,000. So that's pretty positive, right? For a token that just released in August, doing some considerable some volume right there, and then market cap is at 1.6 billion. So no longer a low cap. It's getting up to that mid cap tier, but I think it has room to grow, especially when you look at its competitors. And I won't even say competitors, but I consider peers. If you look at the other ones in the Cosmos system, Celestia, and look at the market cap there is at 2.7, right? And then we have the next one, which is Injective, and Injective's at 3 billion. So as far as market caps go, I think that out of the three, Say has more room to grow at the 1.6 market cap. But market cap's not all it is. Is there volume? We already looked at half a billion. I'm sorry, half a million and half a billion in volume as far as Say goes. What else is driving this? Why do I believe in Say? Why do I think it has a future? Now, if we look at the past 90 days and we look at all the coins as far as the gainers, Say is currently ranked number 3, right behind Ordinals, which is the NFT on Bitcoin. Then we look at Celestia, which is the one we just talked about, also on the Cosmos SDK. And then you have Say, up 512% for the past 90 days. Some may say that's it. And granted, if you got in earlier, you got some good returns, but I think there's more to come. Why do I think there's more to come? Because we're months away from the Bitcoin halving, and then after that, it's going to be complete FOMO because Bitcoin, I believe, is going to go up higher, followed by everything else. And everything else that you see there, even the crappiest tones are probably 10x. Something like Say with a smaller market cap will do even better. And I'm going to tell you why, just because I see the activity, and I'm going to share with you what I see with this project. But I think sky's the limit for Say, as well as a lot of other projects. But you see top 3 for the past 90 days, that is Say. And that's impressive, right? Now, why do I believe this? Well, they have an upgrade called the Sei V2, which will allow protocols from Ethereum to deploy on Sei. It will make it easier for DeFi projects and all these other dApps that's on EVM, on Ethereum to come over to Sei. Why go over to Sei? Well, for one, finality time is quicker, faster, and secondly, cheaper fees. And a lot of people, a lot of protocols are doing that. Solana, we know, is integrating, getting dApps and developers to move over from ETH to Solana. And now we have Sei as well as other L1s. But I'm happy to see that Sei is doing that as well. Now, there should be deploying this V2 the first quarter of 2024. So we're already in February pretty much, March, and hopefully we'll see if that comes out. And now if that comes out, it's going to drive more adoption, more FOMO, more attention to Sei. And it's just the beginning. It isn't even deployed yet. So something to keep an eye out. I'll be very interested to see how that develops. Next, I talked about finality. So finality, it has 390 milliseconds, one of the fastest blockchain networks. So again, in order to get that mass adoption into L1, you want the speed and you want security and you want fees as far as being cheap. In order to get everyone to come to your chain and use it, that's what you want. You want quickness. Right now, we live in a day and age where if you have to wait for something to go through, even on the internet, if you're loading a website or if you want to pay for something and it takes a while, you're complaining. Especially kids these days, they can't wait. They want everything quick. So finality is going to be big, and I think it's positive for the chain. Now, other thing, the chain is just growing. Ever since I've been talking about this project, numbers just keep increasing. It's not a zombie chain. Things are going upwards. That's what you want to see, is the positive uptrend. And total transactions up to 1.3 billion. I did a video probably not even a month ago where it was about, I think it just crossed a billion. So, we'll see right now. We're not even in full pull or full bull season right now, and it's still just upward trend, and that's what you like to see. So that is positive. Next, we look at, the partners, investors, institutions that are involved in Sei. You see a lot of the big VCs. Coinbase, for a project this small, is already listed on Coinbase. Big major sex in United States, other parts of the world as well, and you could buy it. You don't have to go on the DEX or anything like that. You can straight up get it from Coinbase. Again, the other VCs, Jump, Delphi Digital, and you see the others there. So again, big money's behind it. They believe in the project. There's a reason smart money has invested in this L1. Now, we talked about the big three in the Cosmos ecosystem. In 2023, the big darling, the big pump was Injective. Then you had Celestia that came on late, and Sei also had a pump. We just looked at it over, 500% in the past 90 days, but it's not over. And you look at the most traded Cosmos tokens in the last 7 days, and this was as of today. You have Rune, Sei's number 2, Injective, and then you have Celestia. So, again, we looked at the market cap, right? Market cap was less than Injective and Celestia. So again, things are positive, and this is what you want to see. You want to see activity, and you would just want to see things move upwards. And the price right now is at 70 cents. Granted, there's a lot of coins and still a lot to hit the market, but right now I think is a good opportunity based on everything that I'm seeing. Also, if we look at the projects that's rocking the charts on Dex Screener, and what's driving this volume that we just saw? So this volume here, 1.4 billion, what's driving it? Sei, when it came out, and how it was advertised was mainly as a DeFi chain, but it's much more than that. And right now we see that memes is kind of taking over the space. If it comes from ordinals with Bitcoin, and if we're talking about, Dog with Hat and Myro and Bonk and everything on Solana, if we look at Cock Inu on Avalanche, these are the things that's driving the market. A lot of people are excited about memes right now, and Sei is also a part of it. They have Cyan, which is kind of like an anime type meme. Has a lot of volume, 694,000. Then you have Cook and just a bunch of other memes as well. So right now they're getting into the meme space, and they're not even fully into the DeFi yet. And we'll touch upon DeFi a little bit later, but they're still getting into it. So whatever a top L1's doing for a newer chain that just came out in August, they're doing the same thing, and they have traction. And that's what you want to see, right? Now, if we look at DeFi right now, that again, hopefully when they launch the upgrade in the first part of this year, hopefully that helps with the DeFi. But right now, as far as the DeFi Llama goes, total value locked, they're about 12 million, 12.5. When I first started talking about the project, they were around 4 million. So again, this is the upward trend that we want to see. Right now, they're at 12.5. Yes, there's many opportunities, and they have a ways to go. But hopefully, with that upgrade that we see deployed, and we see some developers come over from Ethereum, hopefully that adds to that liquidity and that TVL, and that is positive. Next, they have announced a partnership with Sei Money. Sei Money is like a Web3 infrastructure that onboards fiat, and we see that they've included Sei into their system now. So with over 160 countries to on-ramp directly to Sei with common fiat payment methods. You have Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, and more. Big, very big, especially when a peak bull season comes. We're already starting to see ETF commercials coming out for on Bitcoin, on Google Trends, on Google, that is, on the TV, and it's just going to add to the FOMO. What happens when Bitcoin hits over 100,000 and you see all these other little altcoins just start rising? What do you think is going to happen? And you have big partnerships like this. And that's not it. We talked about earlier, say they had a partnership with USDC Circle Ventures. And Circle Ventures basically said that, basically through integration with Sei, it will provide developers and entrepreneurs around the world something they've never seen before: the ability to build products and commerce on an open platform globally, quickly, and cheaply with instantaneous transaction settlement. That's the thing, instantaneous transaction settlement. That's going to be key. If you want businesses, enterprises, even peer-to-peer interactions, you got to be quick, fast, and secure. So we'll see. USDC on Sei will unlock more efficient and accessible means for cross-border transactions and improve existing payment infrastructure and significantly enhance the liquidity of the digital asset markets for users and developers on Sei. Big VC, Circle Ventures. We know that they have USDC and they have deployed that on the Sei ecosystem. Guys, just pay attention right now. Like the famous Wayne Gretzky used to say, you play where the puck is going, right? So right now, although there's been a pump over 500, we talked about, there's still more to go. Just think what happens when the market is overheated. Just think about that. So right now, the price is under $1. I think it's a steal. That's why I chose the DCA into Sei. Now, if we look at this chart here, we look at from the launch, because they launched in August. We see after the big airdrop that happened, people sold off, and just look at that deep red, right? Deep red. Then after you had some partnerships being announced, then we saw, Injective, Celestia started taking off, and then look at that. Just look at how lovely that chart looked. Ever since that time, you have not seen it go back down. The resistance, I believe, right here is around 50-cent mark. Hasn't gone under that for some time now. It looks like there was some resistance a little bit over the, let's see here, 83 cents mark. And then ever since then, we've been at resistance here around the 71-cent mark. So as soon as we hit 75 cents, we pierce that. Then we have this other level here at 83. $1 is not far away. $1 will not be far away, especially pre-halving, a month before halving. And then after that, don't be surprised if Sei hits $2, $3 in 2024. And considering the price right now, I think that's a good return on investment, not financial advice. So I'm going to leave you with this. Let's take a look at a snapshot from pre-halving last year around this, well, not last year, pre-halving 2020, around the same time that we're at right now, February. And if you look at the top 20, let's look at the top 20 here. The only ones that I recognize right now that are still relevant, we have Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, right? Litecoin's not even in the top 7 anymore. EOS not in the top anymore. Cardano's still there within the top 10. Tezos, all these names here, right? None of these are of any major relevance right now. And the reason I bring this up is because we're in the beginning of something new technology, new companies. And, for instance, Solana. Back then, no one was thinking about Solana. It wasn't even on anyone's radar. But look at it now. It had the VC backing. Yes, I know. But it was quick. It was fast. It caught on. It was cheap. And look and see what happened to it. I think the same thing can happen for Sei. I really, really do. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's just that's what you do. Sometimes you invest in good things. Sometimes you don't. But I truly believe, based on everything I just said and the technology and their continued growth and adoption, that sky's the limit for this project. So that's where I'm at with Sei. Guys, I hope you look at this video and at least take a second look at Sei. If anything, you can invest a little bit. If you lose, you lose. But hey, there's a lot to gain. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Be safe. Bye.